All right, Wednesday night. I've been slacking on the daily vlogs already. Just closed down the shop. Pretty decent day. One new, one used, and used in the works for a customer from out of town. It's a pretty rare car, so he'll probably come through for that one. He's 8 hours away, so properly merchandising the cars, 40 pictures online of each car at least, a good write-up, and then obviously a personable and knowledgeable sales experience can go a long way to getting a deal done. It is for an unbelievable value, but hey, if you're willing to travel 8 hours to get your car, even if there's only a few out there, you've got all the power to negotiate. So excited for that deal to come together. Did a new, or Jasmine did a new, and I got another used from an absolute Hail Mary pass on a credit application. So, you know, write every deal. There's no sense letting a deal, leaving a deal on the table because you think that the customer won't get approved. You're not the bank, and you're definitely not 10 banks who are hungry for business. So write it and submit it. You know, be realistic with your expectations of the customer if you have to be, but be excited to put the deal together and get your finance office on board with working the deal until there's no deal there. So there's a deal. We wrote the deal. The bank bought the finance. It is at 19.99%. So, you know, there's a big incentive for that customer to pay off their car loan ASAP or refinance in a short time. But this is a car that is going to get this young person a job, and his credit is, you know, a little upset. You know, you want to say through no fault of his own, but unfortunately his ex sort of screwed him over, and he was giving her money to pay the bills, and she did not pay the bills. And that reflects on him. So, you know, do your diligence, I guess. Trust but verify. But at the same time, you know, when you're in a committed relationship with your partner, you hope that they're going to take care of the obligations that they take on. So this is getting him back on the road to rebuilding his credit, literally getting him on the road to his job where he'll earn enough to pay it off quickly and hopefully refi in a short time as well. So I'm on the way to get the Valentine's Day gift out of the way for my girlfriend. Gonna go to Canadian Blood Services and give blood from my heart to my sweetie. Hopefully she won't need the blood, but at least it's something nice to do. So on my way there now. Wednesday night, signing out. Short one for tonight, and we'll see you there. So I checked in, had my blood pressure taken, had my hemoglobin read, and I qualify.
They used to market with that. They didn't like it. They didn't like this too.
Fair enough.
The clamp wasn't. What? So the clamp wasn't clamped on the pack, and the blood started flowing down through, which it shouldn't have done. So we actually have to end the clutch.
Really?
Yeah. Sorry about that. So you just hold pressure.
Good morning, everybody. It's Thursday morning. Whew. Just shoveling the driveway. It's still cool out. There was a lot of snow yesterday, but overnight it's been clear. Got 2 deliveries out of the way yesterday, so that's good. Not a lot on the docket right now. I think the deal firmed up last night I was talking about when I was on my way to give blood. From the gentleman coming from 8 hours away to get a car, so that should be good. That happened after. The blood donation process was interesting last night. I mean, drawing blood probably only takes about 10 minutes, but with the processing, with the application, the questionnaire that you do, it took about an hour altogether before I was in the seat to donate. A lady fainted, so there were all the phlebotomists, all the nurses that were there to take the blood, sort of attended to her for a moment until she regained consciousness, which was funny because she'd been bragging about how tough she was to her kids there, how she could run further and faster than Daddy, who was also there giving blood, so that was pretty funny. But she survived and was totally fine, just a moment of faintness from giving blood. I got sat down, I got the needle in my arm, and a few seconds later, the nurse attending me realized that the collection machine sort of thing, like I don't know if you've given blood before, but there's some sort of rocking system that rocks the bag of blood back and forth, and it has a clamping mechanism that I don't know whether it waits to unclamp until the blood is flowing, or there's some process, and it had not clamped, so blood was flowing right away, and that made my donation ineligible or contaminated, or I don't know what it was. But after a few seconds, he's like, "Oh, I'm really sorry, we have to stop the donation." And so I got the hole in my arm. I didn't get to give blood. I waited an hour, and I guess it's the thought that counts, but at the same time it was frustrating to have pardon me, taken some more time than I thought it would take, and then not actually to get the ball across the line into the end zone to have donated the blood to help some people, help save some lives. So it was an interesting story, an interesting experience, relatively painless. Like, I mean, that needle that they put in looks big, but it is so sharp, it just slips right in there. It's really pretty quick. Yeah, so I guess I'm going to call today and see if I can go back before the traditional 52-day waiting period, which is how long it takes for I think the red blood cells to regenerate fully. But I have a feeling they're going to say, "Oh, we don't really know, so 52 days will be it." So maybe Valentine's Day gift ruined, but I had an interesting experience there anyways. I urge you, go out and donate blood at your local collection center, whether that's Canadian Blood Services here in Canada, or maybe the Red Cross in the States, I don't even know, or if you're somewhere else, find out where to go. If it took an hour and you saved 3 people's lives, I mean, how much more efficient can that be as just a Joe on the street who's not a doctor, who's not a nurse, who's not a healthcare professional? So get out and do it and go from there. But on the way to work this morning, it's 8:45. I'll get some breakfast as per usual and go from there. It looks like the blue boxes are missing from the house here. I don't know. I'll have to see what's going on with that. Anyways, lots of excitement.
I don't know. I would say it would take a little while longer before it went down, just because even though the mastodon growth has slowed down, the price doesn't really seem to be affected.